Okay. Well, today we're continuing our talks about retirement preparation with an interview that I am super excited about. I'm Dr. Mel, your super grown sister. And if you're new to the channel, this is for single Black women who are 60 or approaching 60, feeling spent by their careers with an eye toward retirement and greater wellness, but are seeking more information about making that transition. If this is something that sounds interesting to you, I invite you to please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you very much. Today's shout out is to my interview guest, my cousin, my sister, my friend, Dr. Tracy P. Johnson. Dr. Tracy P. Johnson is a native of Buffalo, New York, who has a PhD in educational culture, policy, and society from the University at Buffalo, master's in theological studies from Roberts Northeastern Seminary, master's in human resource management from Buffalo State College, and a bachelor in social work from Rochester Institute of Technology. She is the inaugural Associate Vice Chancellor of Student Wellness and Support and former Dean of Student Support Service at El Centro Campus. At Dallas College, Dr. Johnson is responsible for 21 departments, over 250 employees with 5 direct reports, and over 80,000 students on 7 different campuses. In her former role, Tracy served as the Assistant Vice Provost, Educational Affairs, Cora P. Maloney College, and Director of the Arthur O. Eve Educational Opportunity Program at the University at Buffalo. She served as the administrative team leader in charge of the CPMC Academic Resource Center, the Arthur O. Eve Educational Opportunity Program, the Access to College Excellence Program, the Daniel Acker Scholar Program, the CPMC Freshman Transfer Summer Bridge and Extended Orientation, and the CPMC and EOP courses. Dr. Johnson is a proven administrator with over 30 years of experience in management, who has led major expansion initiatives that doubled staff and student body and grew revenues in challenging markets. She also has an extensive history and experiences with startups and restructuring organizations. Her skill sets include, but are not limited to, leadership team building, operational direction and strategic planning, change management, organizational needs analysis, contract negotiation, training and development, and budget management. An important aspect of Dr. Johnson's life is family and friends, spirituality, and volunteerism. She is a recent native to the Dallas, Texas community and looks to become active with the local organizations. In Buffalo, New York, she was active in a variety of community organizations, including the chair of the Western New York Community Foundation Communities of Giving Legacy Initiative, chair of the Rochester Community Connection, former board member of the Alcohol Drug Dependency Services, the Bennett Turnaround Community Planning Committee, former YWCA Steering Committee member, former Board of Directors, Houghton College PCMP, and Duty of Caring volunteer. Outside of professional interests, she enjoys spending time with her family, she travels widely, and she enjoys reading. Hello, cousin Tracy. Wow, that is so impressive. How are you?
Good, good. How are you, cousin Melody?
This
is so special.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm so happy to have you on, I tell you. And I've got to say, for the good of the whole, right away, you are far from 60. But this is really important. The fact that you are far from 60 speak so well about how you're preparing, you have an eye toward retirement. And in that sense, you give our audience and those we can share things to do that we may want to modify as we move toward our strategy for retirement. So that is wonderful.
Yes. Never too soon to plan for retirement. And who says that you have to retire at 60? You can get off the train whenever you want to.
That's absolutely 30, 40, right. Or never get on, start your own train.
Correct.
Awesome. Right. Also, for the good of the whole, I want everybody to know that we are cousins.
For real.
That's right. Babysitting, late Memorial, Labor Day, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, everything in between, cousins.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Our grandmothers, our sisters, rest their peaceful souls.
Yes, ma'am.
And yes.
Absolutely. For real cousins.
Absolutely.
Cookouts and all.
That's right. Our grandmothers are the women who have helped to shape the women that we are today.
Right.
So we're giving a shout out to Almeta Boles.
Yes.
And to Virginia Lightfoot.
Ashe.
We are because of you. And blessings to our mothers who are first cousins. Shout out to Gloria and Diane.
Much love.
We love you. We love you.
Yes.
So we're going to get into it.
Okay, let's go.
So we're talking about the courageous act of retirement.
Yes. And it is courageous, right? Because most of our time in our life is spent working, working for someone else or working for ourselves, but we're putting in more than 8-hour days. We spend more time with the people in the office than sometimes we do with our own families. So yeah.
That's for sure. Absolutely. So as we move into this, can you share how you're planning for retirement, Tracy? What kind of steps have you taken so far?
So I've begun to take bolder steps in regards to retirement. I never wanted to work until I was 65. And so some of the things that I began to do, work for the state system. So got into the teacher retirement system so that my income would be set and I wouldn't just be dependent upon Social Security. And in my current role, I'm in the state system. And so I've learned how to take half of my salary and put that aside. And so for this first year, I've been stocking up, taking half of that, putting it in the bank, sending it towards investments and different things like that. And then in my second year, I'm going to cut myself again in half so that I'll be used to living on a fixed income. And then I'll have, money in the coffers, so to speak. And then I'm also having or looking at multiple streams of income, right? Starting my own businesses where I can make money without having to put a lot of energy into those businesses. So those are little baby steps that I'm taking.
Those are giant steps. That is phenomenal.
I said I have to train myself not to live at the income. My dear sister taught me that lesson when she had to leave her job for really personal reasons. And so she was used to making a certain amount of money. And so when she had to step away from her position, she still was living at the income level that as if she was working. And so I learned that lesson from her and having those conversations with her where she had to, it took her time to just adjust to what her income really was after she had to stop working. And so I said, you know what, my goal, my plan is after within these 10 years, I am going to start planning now so that I'm used to it.
Oh, that's
Mhm,
outstanding. All right,
mhm.
now that's definitely a lesson, a gem for all who will be watching. So, when do you think you will retire?
Yeah, well, my goal was to retire at the age of 55. I'm 52, full of transparency.
Mhm,
But I think I might retire at close to 60
mhm.
with the new change in trajectory and all of the things that I'm thinking about. So um, if I have the courage, it's going to be 55, hardcore, hard stop. If not, I'm open to working till like 60 years old.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. That again, the health, strength, and
Yes.
how we're feeling about those things plays a role into it. And actually, that leads me into my next question. How do
Right.
you feel emotionally about working at this stage in your career?
Oh, you know, I love what I do,
Mhm.
but I feel at this point there's a shift, right? There's a shift, and there is most definitely a change. I think after you cross over that 50 threshold, you began to see life from a different perspective. And so, getting up and going to work, giving someone 12 and 14 hours just isn't where it's at.
Mhm.
And then the high pace and the high anxiety and all of the tolls that it takes on your body mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm just not here for it anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm
so
trying to
not
think.
here
I
for.
think maybe 50 was that shift for me as
Yes,
well.
ma'am.
I hear you.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. And
And
you're
you're not
just
here
like,
for it, right?
I used to love the Angelique commercial when we were younger. I could bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never let you forget you're my
You're a
man
man.
because I'm a
Right,
woman.
right, right. I have a friend at the office who quoted that, and afterwards she said, Melody, that's too many things.
Too many
Too
things,
many. So
too
yes,
many things.
absolutely. Yes. That's
Yes,
a
yes,
right. Right.
absolutely. I believed the lie, and then that lie, I tried to ride that train, and I just ran into the ground. And
Mhm.
so at this point in time, I'm just not here for it, to
I
be
hear you.
perfectly honest and truthful. And so that's why I'm making those plans to like become debt free, so I don't have a lot of debt and really becoming, financially independent because yeah,
Oh,
having peace of mind is more important to me than anything.
absolutely. That's for
Mhm.
sure. So,
Yeah.
as you go down this path, what do you think will be the most challenging part of the transition? Doesn't sound like there's going to be any challenges with the preparation you're making, but what's on your mind now?
Finances, really. I mean, that right there, finances, because I make a comfortable salary, that puts me in a nice bracket. And so I won't be in that bracket any longer. And so I just really learning discipline and really resisting um, the niceties of life to the extent that I was, enjoying them. So
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
finances,
Okay.
always finances.
Sure, sure. Well,
Mhm.
you've given some things that I can definitely learn from, even as I come into that pretty soon, hopefully.
Right, right.
So you talked about multiple streams of income, some things that you
Mhm.
will do. Are there any in particular? How do you think you'll manage the reduction of income beyond your strategy for cutting your salary in half and banking that in other multiple streams? What kind of things? What kind of multiple streams.
Right.
beyond-
Yeah. Like online businesses, like right now, me and my niece and my nephew, we have a tea company. And so we sell
Tea?
CBD tea.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I know I'll be getting those products from. Okay.
And so, and so there's a lot of medicinal purposes to it. And so we have that online and it sells itself, right? And so that's passive income that's coming in. The only thing we have to do is go to the post office and mail it. And
Wow.
so, yeah, and my niece, she's really entrepreneurial, right? She has a business that she's building from the ground up. And so, yeah, so those type of passive incomes, like I said, after I walk away from the workforce, this type of workforce, I should say, I'm going to be okay. I'm
All
just going to
right.
be okay. Yeah, if I want to pick up a job, I'll pick up a job. If not, hey,
Work for yourself.
yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
I love it.
Mhm,
Yes,
mhm.
right. And my cousin is indeed entrepreneurial. Yes, years ago. I don't even think
Yeah.
she was out of college and
Mhm.
doing her thing. So that's
Yeah.
quite admirable.
Yes.
So you've got your financial house in order. What kind of preparation or what kinds of things do you see yourself doing? And not the big things like the travel and the
Right,
such,
right.
the day-to-day aspects. How do you see your life being?
Yeah, you know what? I for my life, I've placed everybody first. And so the
Mhm.
little things would be taking care of Tracy,
Yes.
going to the gym,
Mhm.
swimming, really getting the things that I need to really rebuild myself.
Mhm.
Because when you're pouring out every single day, you deplete. And when you're giving to others, you become um, you know, empty. So during that time, taking yoga, doing those types of things, really, really focusing in on Tracy for the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm,
absolutely. And I'm a witness to that. You
mhm,
are and have been always very giving,
mhm.
pouring into others. So yes,
Yeah.
time to take care of you. That is
Yes.
what I am feeling also. Also to the point in which I am releasing myself from some of my um, community service uh,
Hmm.
commitments, things that I have, yeah, I'm over Zoom meetings. I'm over meetings, period.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Mhm.
decades of service. I can be of service in a different way, in a way that does not require um, uh, these meetings and the kind of engagements that I'm into. So I hear you.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I'm even going to do a garden. Grandma was a gardener, so getting out in the garden and being a part of nature, to bring healing and really just become one.
Absolutely. Yes,
Mm.
she was just a magnificent gardener. I can see the collard greens in my mind's eye. A little quick little
Yeah.
story before my last question. Um, Aunt Meaty would tell the story to people that the worst garden she ever had was when I helped her with it because I was pregnant with Courtney and I was stripping the soil, that
Yeah.
the energy. I was pulling that into my womb. And
Yes.
that was the worst year. I'm sorry, Aunt Meaty. I was just trying to help, but yeah, I was out there. Would be out there with her, and you know, we ate well on so many
Yes,
levels. Just
absolutely.
that, yeah, she was
Absolutely.
close to the earth, close to,
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Very, very, yeah.
absolutely.
Yes. My heart. That's my heart.
I know it. I know it. And right, again, for the good of the whole, again, people get to hear us talk about our family.
Yes,
And
yes.
Meaty's parents are on your wall, just over your shoulder. Our
Yeah.
great grandparents,
Mhm.
Lucille, Life Baker, and Nathan Baker.
Yes, yes. We
Yeah,
stand on their shoulders.
absolutely, absolutely.
Mhm.
And we are a family who really appreciates our history, our heritage, and love to see it in pictures that we
Yes,
talk about. So we
yeah.
share so many,
Mhm.
your mother being the holder and keeper of so many of those
Yes,
things.
yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful pictures, beautiful moments captured.
Right,
Yes.
absolutely, right. So my last question, with all of your wisdom, and you are just it's just so impressive with the moves that you're making toward retirement. But
Mhm.
if you had one piece of advice to share,
Mhm.
what would that be?
Oh, that's a good question. In regards to retirement, making sure that you are financially independent, that you're not exclusively dependent on one stream of income, but you have multiple streams of income in life, that you value yourself and that you place yourself first and that you love yourself. And it's okay to say no, so that you can have, you're not giving out all of yourself. I did a talk last night for Fredonia, SUNY Fredonia, to the ladies, and I told them, I said, you only let people drink from your saucer, never from your cup,
Mm,
because your cup needs to overflow. And so, yeah, making sure that your cup is overflowing, and so that people are drinking from the saucer, and you're bringing that healing and that hope from that spot, as opposed to depleting ourselves as women. And then just spread love, love, joy, and light.
I love it.
Mm,
I love it.
mhm.
You just hearing your voice, my dear cousin, adds calm and peace.
Thank
Oh,
you.
wonderful. What a beautiful message to women at Fredonia. And even as a part of your bio, the things that you have done, just the names and the places
Yeah.
that I'm very familiar with. Again, those things just make me smile that my cousin had a role in strengthening those organizations and the people within them.
Mhm,
Blessings,
mhm.
blessings to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me. This chat, this fireside chat.
Absolutely. Again, for the good of the whole, I know I keep saying that, but we commiserate about various things,
Yes,
uh, just to work and life.
yes,
And
yes,
so
yes.
that has been wonderful. And it was such a joy to see you and spend time with you when I was in Dallas. I've got to come back and, spend time with
Please,
you.
please come back. We have a room ready for you with your name
Okay,
on
all
it. With
right.
your
That
name on it.
sounds
And just so,
beautiful.
yes, and so for the audience, they don't know. My cousin Mel has always been my guiding light. She has been my inspiration. She was the first to get her PhD, and when I saw that she could do it, it gave me courage and inspiration to follow in
Really?
your
Oh
footsteps.
my,
Absolutely.
I
So
had
I
no
honor you
idea.
today. Yes, I
Thank you.
honor you today.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Thank you. And
Brilliant.
we are sisters in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority
Yes,
Incorporated
ma'am.
as well. So we'll give them a shout.
Hmm.
Well, this has been just wonderful. For those watching, please tell me if I missed anything. We hope that this has been helpful. It's been certainly helpful to me, as well as very rewarding. But I want to continue the conversation. If there are things that you would add to this or want to know from Dr. Johnson, feel free to put it in the comments section. I will share the comments with her. I'm sure she'd be happy to respond. She is full of usable wisdom.
Thank you.
So also feel free to suggest things that you'd like for me to address on this road toward retirement. We've got so much to talk about. There are other aspects to retirement, travel, dating. Those will be down the line though, but there's so much things that I am certainly interested in working through and figuring out on this beautiful journey of life.
Yes.
So with that, thank you again, Dr. Johnson, my dear cousin, Tracy. This has been such an honor. Even though you're not near 60, you're still a super grown sister. You are a super grown sister because you got it all together.
Oh, I wish. I'm getting it together.
You got it. I love you, cousin.
Love you too.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.